Check it. Alright, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, SPY, SQQQ, the meme stocks, and the overall stock market. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on.
Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We're going to be checking out the daily update and prediction, giving you guys an update on what we're looking at for the next couple of days. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. So the first thing we want to point out, obviously, is going to be SPY. We're looking at SPY right here. SPY is moving pretty much as expected, guys. If you take a look at my last video, we talked about this inverse head and shoulders that we were seeing, and that SPY is probably going to see a move to the upside, and that is exactly what we're seeing SPY do, see a move to the upside. Now, as you guys can see, we do have a SPY in this overall uptrend, and I'm going to go ahead and mark the trend for you guys so you guys can see it, but we do have a SPY in these overall uptrend. And if you see what we're looking at, SPY is in right now in inverse head and shoulders. We do have a little bit of a ascending wedge right here, but this could be broken if SPY moves to the upside. I expect SPY to probably take a shot at 420 and 425. Seeing SPY move to the upside to 420 and 425 is most likely the scenario that we are going to be seeing. Now, there is a gap fill to the downside for SPY, but right now, I do think SPY is going to continue to the upside. We have green and MACD on the 2-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, and daily time frame is curling up. So I do think SPY is going to see a bit of a bounce, recovering back to the upside before continuing back to the downside. Now, there are, again, like I said, multiple gap fills to the downside. If you look, there's one here at 400 even, 405, and now there's one at 409. So we do have to pay attention to these things because these gap fills will get filled. And we will see SPY continue to the downside. Again, the trend is your friend, and right now the trend is down. If you zoom out, you can see that we are making lower highs. So this high is lower than this high, and we are going to probably be making lower lows. And also, if you look on the even smaller scale, you guys can see on the daily time frame, so the weekly, the monthly, all of these trends are down. The yearly, everything. You can see that we are making lower lows and lower highs. So again, yearly trend, like everything's down, guys. It's down. If you look at the yearly trend, like overall, we're making lower highs. Okay. So look like on the quarter chart, we're making lower highs. On the monthly chart, because of these lower highs right here, we're making lower highs. Okay. So again, we are in a bear market. So do not get confused thinking we're in some type of bull market and you're going to see a bull rally. Okay. That's not going to be what we see. Now, we are seeing SPY start to break down, and again, it's going to have bounces on the way down. In the 2008 fractal, you guys can see that we did see a bounce back to the upside before capitulation. You can see that once we broke below this support and resistance right here, we did bounce all the way back up to this descending sloping resistance right here before capitulating to the downside. So if SPY were to do something similar to this date, you would see SPY come all the way up to about 438, 435. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but let's take things one step at a time. But I do expect a decent recovery rally for SPY before moving back to the downside. Now, that's what I'm looking at for SPY in the overall market. I do think Bitcoin is going to continue to decouple. Bitcoin is actually about to make a move here. I talked about this bull flag here for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is starting to push to the upside as it slowly trends to the upside. And I believe it's about to make another push, possibly to 35, even 36K. So I do think Bitcoin is about to make another move back up here and possibly retesting that 32 or 35, 36, and maybe even possibly 37K max. But we are seeing Bitcoin make incredible gains. And again, I was accumulating Bitcoin under the 30,000 range, saying that it is going to make an explosive move to the upside. People thought it was going to be crashing back to the downside. It took a 180 and is continuing to prove me right as it moves into bullish territory and bull run territory, which I believe we will see a Bitcoin bull run and crypto bull run in 2024. Now, let's go ahead and look at SQQQ. I do believe SQQQ is going to see a little bit of pullback before pumping back to the upside. Again, this is a continuation with the market pulling back or the market pumping, because when the market goes up, SQQQ goes down. And then vice versa. But you can see that on the 2-hour time frame, we are starting to get some momentum, and we are in this bull flag right here. So I do think SQQQ is a viable play, possibly seeing a pop back to the upside, filling this gap here at 2250. And again, I do think we are going to see this move here in the near future, probably even tomorrow or the next day. So to see the market start to pull back tomorrow, after seeing a pop to the upside, wouldn't it be too much unexpected? Again, I said we're going to probably see something similar to last week, seeing the market move up Monday and Tuesday, exactly like I called last week. And I called last week to a T, giving every single day the right correction or the right prediction, saying that Monday and Tuesday we're going to be green, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we're going to be red. That's exactly what we've seen. We're going to see something very, very similar. Monday, Tuesday, possibly Wednesday, green, and then pull back in the later half of the week, in my personal opinion. So that's what I'm looking at for the overall market and the crypto markets. Let's go ahead and hop into the meme stocks, show you guys what's going on. GameStop did get an explosive move to the upside. I talked about GameStop making this V-shaped style recovery. It is in the works of making that V-shaped style recovery. I told you the 1250 level would possibly be the bottom. The lowest I think GameStop would possibly be going is $10. But right now we are starting to make a double bottom around this 1250 level. So I do think GameStop could see a continuation back to the upside, and I think it's about to make a beautiful V-shaped style recovery, bouncing back up and taking us back to the prices that we want to see. Again, you guys can see that on the cycle psychology chart. You can see that there is a V-shaped style recovery in this overall capitulation event, where you see a huge drop, then a slow bleed out. This is what I believe GameStop is doing right now, and I believe it is actually in the bottoming process before seeing a V-shaped style recovery, pulling back a little bit, and then seeing a massive euphoria rally, which I think GameStop is in the works of creating right now, a base to do that. And again, also this correlates with the technicals, because you see this falling wedge here. This falling wedge would say that we're going to have a pop to the upside, then pull back a little bit, and then have a V-shaped style recovery into a rally. And of course, if we look at the macro time frame as well, the massive falling wedge that we're in, this is saying that we're going to see higher highs as well. So all of these things are correlating together, saying that, hey, this is going to be the outcome. The stock is in its bottoming process, and we'll see a pump to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at for GameStop. As far as the short term is concerned, I think we are going to see another move up, guys. If it can hold above $13.67, you're going to see a nice move. Just basically say $13.50. If we can maintain above this level, you're going to see a nice move to the upside, possibly $14.50, maybe even $15. Possibly this is going to be happening tomorrow, so you do want to watch for a pop to the upside on GameStop. We are looking to build bullish momentum. You can see that the MACD is starting to curl in the 15-minute time frame. Bullish momentum on the 2-hour time, on the hourly time frames. The one thing I am concerned about is RSI. So again, you could see an eventual pullback before a pop to the upside, but in my personal opinion, GameStop is going to be continuing to the upside and making this V-shaped style recovery that I told you guys is in the works. And you can see right now we are seeing a very V-shaped style recovery, as GameStop had a nice push today. Now let's go ahead and move into AMC. Show you guys what's going on for AMC. Exactly as I predicted, guys. You guys can see that we broke out of this pennant. I did call last rally that we had when we broke out of this pennant. I said, hey, once we break out of this pennant, you're going to see a bullish move. Well, that's exactly what we're seeing, a 30% rally. And I said the same exact thing for this pennant. In fact, I used the last pennant that we were in as an example, saying, hey, do you see all this bullish consolidation? That's indicative of a move up. You see all this bullish consolidation? That's indicative of a move up. And I said, look at this one. What do you think happened here? You see this rally here. What do you think is going to happen to this one? Well, we broke above the sloping resistance on Monday and had a pop to the upside. This is exactly what we were looking for. I talked about it in my video. Now, the only concern that we do have about AMC, RSI is overbought. Okay, so RSI is overbought. So we are probably going to be seeing a pullback on AMC. Basically, we're in gamma squeeze mode. We talked about this last week, guys. Because AMC is above $10, okay, and because there's a decent amount of calls, there's a gamma ramp there. So because AMC is above this level, and we talked about this before, when you see AMC above the Bollinger Bands, using the Bollinger Bands as support, These are gamma squeeze types moves. Now, I know people get all excited when they hear squeeze. They're like, oh, I need 50, 100%. Guys, a squeeze is when you have these giant parabolic straight up movements. We were already in a relative uptrend, and then we just started going straight up, okay? That is a parabolic movement. That is a gamma squeeze, okay? You have to understand how the market works. Not every time you hear squeeze is going to be 100% move, okay? It's any type of move where you're far above the moving averages, you're outside of the Bollinger Bands, you're using the bands to support. RSI is overbought, but you're still continuing to go up. These are squeeze type moves and events. Now, that's what we're in right now, and I do think we can see a continuation to the upside, but we need to hold these critical levels, okay? So we need to be staying above $10.50. If we can stay above $10.50, we have a good shot at $11. Now, there is a potentiality that we do fill the gap this week. It's either going to probably be this week or next week, in my personal opinion. Let's see what happens when we get to $11.50. But if we get to $11.50, guys, we are definitely headed for that gap, in my personal opinion. So expect a move higher for AMC. And then as far as the macro is concerned, I keep saying about it, guys. The gaps are going to get filled. The gaps are going to get filled. When the gaps finally get filled, I'm going to just be saying, I told you so, bro. Look, weekly MACD already curling up. This is what you want to see. Bullish MACD on the daily time frame. This is what you want to see. AMC setting up for a move, guys. I don't know what else to tell you, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. It's just patience is key. It's setting up for the move. We're above the 50 moving average on the daily time frame. Like, this is bullish, all right? So we're good. In my personal opinion, if it was me, I would just relax and sit back and wait, especially if your average is low enough that you're going to make profit once you see the gaps get filled. Because if your average is low enough that you'll see profits once the gaps get filled, you will make profit. I do believe it is possible that to go higher after the gaps get filled, but let's take one step at a time. That way we don't get worn out and we can play this play how we need to move. Let's stay focused what's on in front of us on the charts. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now, we're going to be looking at the gap fills as a possible rally for AMC. That's a 500% move, so you can make money off of this thing, okay? Now, I think it can go higher than that, but let's fill the gaps first and then look at the technicals and see what they're telling us. But right now, we're coming up for a test, okay, for the 200 moving average. That's at $35. You see the 200 moving average right here? That's at $35. The fact that we broke above the 50 and we're holding it, if we can maintain this above these levels, we're coming up for the test of the 200, okay? That's just naturally what's going to happen based off how stocks move. So the 200 is confirming that we're coming up to this $35 level, $40 level. The gap fills are confirming that we're coming up to that level. It's going to happen. Now, this is what I'm looking at for AMC, GME, SPY, Bitcoin, the overall market, SQQ. Hopefully you found the video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. Subscribe for more content like this. Check me out on the live stream tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. We're going to stream all markets, so go ahead and check me out tomorrow. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Alright, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.